Hello Virgo and welcome back to Spectral Readings. If you liked the video, please remember to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Virgo and I'm very excited to do it for a couple of reasons. One of them being that I just got this deck. Look, the sun is on the bottom, but it's the Nightmare Before Christmas. I actually waited like 2 months for this to arrive and just looking through it gave me chills like every single card, so I'm pumped about it. So let's see what's going on with ya. I hope that you're all doing well. I know that Virgo, the energy for some Virgos is over here, and the energy for other Virgos is over here right now. And I've been trying to read for everyone in different videos because the energies of Virgo are so different right now. The sign of Venus is coming into the sign of Virgo right now. So what that means is that new relationships can be forming, old relationships can be coming back, especially since Mercury is about to go into retrograde. But Virgo is kind of all over the place. I sense stability for you, though, which is wonderful. Kind of unbothered. Not too much weighing you down. Perhaps you had some sort of a scare some amount of months ago, but if anything, it just made you stronger. Oh my gosh, I love this deck so much. So the way I see you is, have you ever sat and watched trees and seen how the branches all kind of like sway and move? I see you kind of just being like in the flow of nature, which is wonderful, highly advisable. And speaking of the flow of nature, if you hear like birds or cars, I have my windows open. Merlin is watching birds and occasionally cars. Okay. Were you at some point planning on traveling by air? Or are you planning some sort of a trip? Possibly you're hoping for a reason to come up where you might need to actually travel, but not just coming up with reasons for yourself to travel. It'd be like that sometimes. Someone to pull you out of your shell a bit. Four of Swords. Or Four of Needles in this deck. There's peace and order, but something is kind of getting in the middle of it. Some sort of a picking question. There's just one thing out of place, and maybe you're not sure what it is. Here with this Four of Needles. Everything seems pretty tranquil. But there's one thing possibly out of place. You could be wondering what that is. You might not even have any idea about what it is. The Knight of Presence is crossing you. Oh my gosh, I just love this. You're kind of having a need to give. You really want to give back. And this is Pentacles. You're taking your time, making sure that however you're going to be giving, and possibly this thing that's crossing you is needing to do this. needing to find a way to give without giving too much of yourself. And this could very well be somebody coming into your life, coming into your circle, who is taking their time, and maybe that's what's stressing you out a little bit. Let's see. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, look at this. Someone's catching your eye here. 3 of Presents, 3 of Pentacles. Someone's catching your eye. You're noticing that they have something to give. You have something to give, right? But also here is just another urge to give. Be a part of something. It's like you see a procession of people contributing energy and you want to be a part of it somehow. Side note, I don't like to bring up politics, but I do get involved. And I was watching the vice presidential debate the other day, and because I do energy work, I was protecting Kamala a little bit. But I noticed, and I confirmed this later talking to a couple of my other friends, like, hey, someone was working on her chakras. Like, things, there was a lot going on. There are a lot of players in that game. If you're feeling motivated, know that you can do more than just vote. You might even be able to cause a fly to stay on somebody's head. Ace of Potions is the base of the matter. Oh my gosh, this deck gives me chills. I could go on about this. Okay, so this is like an offering of love, but it's like showing somebody that there's another way. Showing somebody that they don't have to go at it alone, right? Because, you might remember this. Just some sort of enchantment that, like, breaks you out of what had been going on. Some, like, breath of spirit has entered your energetic field, or you're giving that somewhere. But there's some sort of an exchange here, especially with this 3 of Presents. Oh my gosh. I love this. This Nightmare Before Christmas, it was my favorite movie as a child. One of my favorite movies. And I had it as soon as it came out on VHS. I was very young, but still very aware, and I would watch that movie every single day. Honestly, I can recite it if I'm watching it. In the past is the Queen of Potions. Realizing that you have something to give. Realizing who you are. And what you have to give. Which is enchantment. More or less. This could also have been somebody coming into your life. Who was enchanting. In the future, the moon. My gosh, look at that. The moon has been coming up a lot for Virgo, and in the future we do have a full moon coming up. I forget which day it is. That'd be easy to look up. In the future, I mean, look at Jack. He's singing the song of his heart, realizing that there's something deep inside of his bones, right? Some unconscious urge definitely brings you out of your shell here and shows you who you are in the future. And you'll be very in the moment with it, very enjoying it, wanting to be in the swing of it. Where you find yourself is the world. Looking at all those options. Where you find yourself is realizing there's so many paths that you can take. One of them is true to you. And sometimes you have to take paths, right, that show you who you're not, so you can find out who you are. Where you find yourself is being in harmony with all that is possible. How others see you is the Hermit. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I think you just saw Merlin walk across. He's still here. But anyway, the Hermit is where how others see you. Wise. a little reclusive, a little secluded. But it's not because you should be hiding. There he is. Look at him. People see you as somebody who's almost not too different from this world to be a part of it in the mass, but just unique. You have a unique purpose. That's how others see you. Three of Potions is the hopes and fears. You hope that you're able to expound upon some sort of enchanting urge. You hope that when you give, there will be more. Like a gift that keeps on giving, but you fear that when you try to pull a trick out of your sleeve, there will be nothing there, you know? I don't see you as too afraid, but 8 of Candles. 8 of Wands. It's said that the 8 of Wands is the most phallic card of the deck. But really, this is always positive movement forward. Creating something and really being in the swing of something. Remember, I said in the future you're in the swing of something? With this moon card, that's what I picked up on, and that is, in fact, what is here in the future. That's awesome. I'll give you some oracle advice. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am accepting personal readings. At this time, and there's information in the description box below on how to go about doing that. Most of my open time now is in the evenings, and I'm on the east coast of the United States of America. New York time. Virgo. If you have some sort of a wish that you'd like to see granted, that you'd like to give, do something about it. Perhaps you want to draw somebody a picture. See this bottle? And within that is this spirit. You could be writing somebody a letter. You could be manifesting as well with this Ace of Potions. Writing yourself a letter. Writing the universe a letter. There's a pretty great obra, or spell rather, with a coconut. And you shave it, cover it with rum, white rum, and cascarilla, which is eggshell powder, if you have it, if you can. It's not that hard to find if you look. And blow cigar smoke on it. And then for 8 days, keep it under your bed on a little plate. For 8 days, put it up to your head and talk to the universe. Say all of the things that you want. And then after the 8th day, bring it up onto a hill and bury it. It's a very good one. Might even feel like that. Can we help Virgo? It's right here. A change in the wind. But it's upside down. I'm going to read it to you. There are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and for the best, for the higher good. Even if this storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. It's kind of what I was telling you about, and that's the first thing I saw was the branches of trees kind of swaying in the wind, and you kind of just being a part of that. Definitely just be in the flow. That is how things are, and that is as they should be, and that is what I will leave you with. Thank you for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you next time.